welcome to the Ranger's Respite. I'm Philip, and this is Drinking Geek. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It has been quite a while. I apologize for that. I needed a new mic because I lent my last one out expecting to have it returned shortly, and it hadn't. So I went ahead and I spent $50 on my compromised microphone system, which is this wireless lavalier mic, which blends in nicely with the black suit. Now, you might have surmised from either the title of this video or the tie that I'm wearing, I am reviewing Dewar's Caribbean Smooth Rum Cask Finish. It's 8 years old. It's important to note that the standard white label Dewar's is non-age statement. The blue label, I believe at one point it was Founder's Reserve or something to that effect, is age statemented. Age statemented? It's got an age statement of 12 years on it. I actually rather enjoy that particular dram, but that's not what I'm reviewing today. This is available in Virginia for $27-ish before tax. On the nose, I quite like it. It has more rum influence than some of the other rum finished whiskeys I have. I'd put it on par in terms of rum influence with the Tullamore Dew rum cask finish. Just occurred to me, what do they call theirs? It's got a great big XO in the background of the label and says Caribbean rum cask. For a moment I was thinking, wait a minute, do they also call theirs Caribbean Smooth? And they don't. That was just my brain being strange. It's got the usual Dewar's smell to it. Light honey, a little bit of maltiness, some young grain, and a little bit of that sort of sour vinegariness that you occasionally get on cheap blended scotch. It's got the very barest hint of salt and smoke. It's got some molassesy, banana-y notes, and then back to that slightly sour, cheap blended scotch flavor. It's not too prickly in the mouth, which is nice. The finish is relatively short. It's already beginning to fade. It has a, if you've ever had, like the sort of small, cheap olives have the particularly bitter aftertaste. It's got some of that flavor in the aftertaste, which is interesting. I actually enjoy it. It's 80 proof, 40% alcohol by volume. I forgot that Dewar's bears a royal warrant from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, which is quite cool, actually. There's a reason John Dewar's is still around, and it's because they do make a fairly solid, for the price, blended scotch. It's nothing amazing. If it's not available locally, it's not really worth spending very much money or time on attempting to locate. But it is enjoyable, and I do recommend it if it happens to fall into your lap, as a potential purchase. Now, let's see what's on the docket for the next review. We have, of course, Napa Castle 12-year-old, which is a single malt Irish. Glenmorangie Nectar Dewar, which is a single malt Scotch. Canadian Club Classic 12-year-old. Now I've got to think of something to put up there in the next spot. Why not? Jim Beam Rye. I don't think I've reviewed that. If I have, it will be swapped out for something else. Now, how do you get to vote on what I review next? Well, that's really quite simple. You can join my Patreon, which is $1 a month. It gets you access to all my videos early, a little bit of Patreon exclusive content. You get to vote. You get to recommend cocktails. And you get to be a member of the private Discord where you can talk about whiskey and other nerdy things with myself and members of my local whiskey club. If you are not a fan of Patreon and would like to support my channel, you can buy a That's the Spirit pot still sticker for $3 from Etsy. There's a link in the description. You can also buy me a drink on coffee, which I would really appreciate. It doesn't really get you anything, but it keeps this content happening, which some of you might enjoy. Also, you will find a link in the description down below to the Whiskey Lodge Discord, where I hang out with other like-minded whiskey people. Full disclosure, I am a moderator there, but we're a pretty loose, happy group. We like to talk about a great number of things other than whiskey. I believe that comes to the end of my spiel. So, until next time, stay happy, stay geeks, slancher.